What's up YouTube, Asian Pokemon here with our battle against JPR Pokemon Trainer, and this battle was a really close one, so let's get into the battle right now. JPR is going to lead off with the Hitmontop. I'm going to lead off with my Rotom H. I'm going to try to go for a trick, so make him be locked into whatever move he is, but he's going to use Fake Out, which isn't good obviously. So now the next turn, he's going to switch out in his Nidoking as I go for a trick, and now that I look back at it, it kind of seemed like a really bad move since his Nidoking will be faster because of Choice Scarf. And as you'll see later in this video, he's going to pull in a lot of members on my team. A bad move here, I switch into my Empoleon as he goes for the Earthquake, and as you guys can see, it's going to pull my Metal Penguin to 52 HP. Now, not sure why JPR is going to switch out the next turn into a Spiritomb, since his Nidoking obviously outspeeds my Empoleon, or maybe he just thought I carried the Aqua Jet, but I'm going to Scald the incoming Spiritomb. It does about 1/4. Not really that much, but decent. So now I'm going to use this opportunity to set up my Stealth Rocks as he goes for a Nasty Putt, get that +2 and try to go for that early sweep. So next turn, he's going to try to finish off my Empoleon with a Shadow Ball, but as you guys are going to see, it's not really going to do much, and my Empoleon lives it. And now, I'm going to Roar, but unfortunately it brings in his Hitmontop, which next turn, his Hitmontop is going to finish me off with a Mach Punch. But that didn't really bother me, because my Empoleon did his job by setting up the Stealth Rocks, and I don't think he would really be useful besides being a death fodder in this match. So now I'm going to bring in my Escalor and set up my Spikes as he's going to switch out into his Nidoking. And next turn his Nidoking over there decides to Fire Blast Escalor because Elvis is a king and a boss. But Escalor is going to live with 1 HP and set up 1 more layers of Spikes. Since his Nidoking is locked into Fire Blast, I'm going to use this opportunity to bring in my Rotom H, who resists obviously the fire attack, and I'm gonna go for the Shadow Ball right after he uses his Fire Blast and switches out into his incoming Pokemon, which turns out to be Hitmontop, and it does a fair amount of damage. Now I'm gonna predict him into using a Mach Punch, and I'm gonna switch out into my Gligar because I really need my Rotom H to stay alive and take out that Scizor on his team. And just like I expected, he went for the Mach Punch and doesn't really do a lot of damage to Gligar. So for the next term, I was predicting him to switch out and use Toxic on his incoming Pokemon, but he's going to stay in and go for a Sucker Punch because he thought I'd stay in and try to finish him off, but I don't, and his Hitmontop gets poisoned, I guess. And as you guys saw there, he's going to fodder out his Hitmontop the next turn, hit me with a close combat for some damage on Gligar as I finish him off with an Earthquake. So after I finish off the Hitmontop, JPR is going to switch out into his Fat Cell or his Poliwrath, and right here I make a really big mistake because I'm going to switch out and go into my Escalor as he gets to set up a free substitute. And next turn he's going to go for the Belly Drum to reach max attack as I go for the Spikes. So right now I'm a little bit worried because a +6 Poliwrath is most capable of sweeping my whole team at the moment right now. So the next turn I go for the Focus Blast, and thankfully the Focus Blast did not miss and breaks his sock, but unfortunately he's going to finish me off with an overly powerful boosted Waterfall. I have no choice but to switch into my Roserade since it can resist both any of his water moves and fighting moves. But he isn't really going to care and go straight for the Waterfall and does a freaking huge amount of damage. But thankfully, it doesn't kill and leaves Roserade with enough HP to go finish off that Poliwrath with a Giga Drain. So now that I finished off his Poliwrath, he's going to bring in his Scizor and proceeds to Sword Dance, predicting me to switch out. But I'm going to stay in and rest and regain all the HP that I lost after that overly powerful Waterfall. So after this turn right here, since JPR knows that I gotta switch out because I don't really want my Roserade taking any kind of attack from Scizor, I'm going to switch out into my Rotom H and as he goes for another swords dance. So right here, I know that since my Rotom is part fire type, and his Scizor obviously is probably going to go for a bullet punch, I know that my Rotom can live, and I'm going to finish him off with an overheat. So after his Scizor faints from this overheat, JPR is going to bring him his Nidoking, and since I gave him that Choice Scarf, he obviously outspeeds my Rotom, and he's going to proceed to go for the Fire Blast and finish off my Rotom H. Now right here, I'm going to decide to switch out into my Gligar, because since Gligar is the only one that can take a sheer force boosted Fire Blast from this Nidoking, and he's going to go for the Fire Blast. It's going to do a good amount of chunk on my Evolute Gligar, and I'm going to go for the Earthquake, and after this turn, he's going to go for another Fire Blast, hoping to kill my Gligar, but he's not. And I'm going to finish him off with another Earthquake. So right now the score is 3-2, I believe. It's actually a pretty close battle. JPR is going to bring in his Spiritomb. I go for the Roost to gain some of my health back as he goes for a Shadow Ball, and once again it does a decent amount to my Gligar. So in the next turn, I'm going to go for another Roost, because I want to recover some HP after that Shadow Ball, obviously. And he's going to attempt a Will-O-Wisp, but unfortunately for JPR, that Will-O-Wisp is going to miss. And I'm going to finish off his Spiritomb with an Earthquake. After his Spiritomb faints, JPR is going to send out his last Pokemon, which is his Togekiss, or his Assassin. And his Assassin is going to start scheming, or basically using Nasty Plot, to raise his already powerful special attack weapons, while I go for Toxic, planning to finish him off with a Toxic Stall. So Assassins continue scheming the next turn, trying to plot an epic comeback, and increase his special attack to +4. And I'm all scared and stuff, and I don't want to be air slashed by Assassin, so I'm going to hide behind my green teddy bear and attempt the Toxic Stall. JPR's Assassin is gonna air slash my teddy bear in half, while my Gligar is gonna roost up, trying to survive a hit from the +4 air slash. But as you guys can see in the following turn, his Togekiss is gonna finish off my Gligar with an air slash. So after his Assassin finishes off my Gligar, I'm going to decide to switch into my Spiritomb, because I know Spiritomb is my only wall that can probably take a hit from a +4 air slash. And luckily for me, my Spiritomb carries the Sucker Punch, and that Sucker Punch is going to leave his Togekiss with enough HP per Toxic to finish it off and secure the win. So good game, JPR. Check him out, guys. His channel has some pretty entertaining walkthroughs and videos. His link will be in the description, and if you guys like what you saw, please comment, rate, and subscribe, and have a good winter holiday, guys.